I'm very lucky to have him. He's just he's a great guy. That's the real wedding gift, you know? At the end of the day, when everybody goes and the lights dim, the music stops, I get to go home with them. That's the best part of all of it.
We're gonna go party.
Do you like a party? Yes. Okay. You guys are married.
So I met him years ago, and then he moved to New York, and I actually, in that meantime, became really good friends with his brother, Rory.
Jim was kind of out in the scene and kind of introducing me to other people, getting me out more because I wasn't out that much. I don't know, I just randomly happened to want to go out that night, and we went to, I think it was the alley bar. I never go out though, so yeah, it was like random. That was more the sporadic thing. We were hanging out, and Jim was there, and they connected. And the rest is history.
I reconnected with him that night. We chatted a little bit, and I was like, oh, I didn't know you moved back to Boston from New York. I said I would have asked you out or something like that. Didn't think anything of it, go home. Next night we go to a birthday party that my friend Tony was throwing for somebody who's in the wedding, and turn around and Brendan's standing right behind me at the birthday party. And so that's when we reconnected. I'm like, okay, we have to go out. So we went out that next Tuesday and really started dating right after that.
He was there to help me through these really challenging times, you know, because school was tricky, but he was always there. And once school ended, we actually really just reconnected, and it was actually on the start of the last season of Game of Thrones that we rekindled our flame. And it was through our friend Tiffany Bishop, the person that Tiffany who's officiating our wedding. Oh god, that was the day that she made me go diving with sharks. So we went from diving with sharks to watching Game of Thrones with Jim, and I remember sitting on that couch watching Game of Thrones and looking, his feet were just up on the coffee table. And I remember looking, he has this really ridiculous Tweety bird tattoo on his ankle. And I was like, oh my god, I don't hate that. Oh my god, I love him. Oh my god, and it just all unbuckled, and I just realized, I was like, wow, there's something about him that it just felt so right and comfortable and at home. It was so awesome. It was like that moment in time when you know it's right.
Yeah.
After we were together for 2 weeks, I remember this, it was March 29th, I was out for a post-birthday dinner, and I predicted to my friends that I was gonna marry him. Yeah. And they're like, you're crazy, like you went on like, what, how many dates with this guy? And I'm like, well, I predict I'm gonna marry him.
Yeah, I remember we had a conversation about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna marry him. And then when they got engaged, I was like,
Never
oh, you
wavered.
said you were gonna marry him, and here we
Never
are.
wavered.
Yeah. My meal is perfect. This is exactly what I ordered.
It's really exciting. We're really happy for him. We love Jim. He's the first in our family to get married. You know, there's 7 of us kids, so it's like,
Hey, are you serious? He's the first to get married out of
Yeah.
7.
he's really special. He's a nice guy, and he loves Brendan. Like, you just know it. You know, we know.
So I worked with Jim like 20 years ago. We met at work and we've been friends ever since. Jim is such an amazing, sweet guy. And to find someone that makes him so happy, where like he's really giddy and has butterflies, and it's just very sweet.
Yeah,
I'm
I'd
very
say.
happy. I'm very happy for him. He's like so in love. They both seem to be. It's just amazing.
What's your favorite part about your brother? What do you?
Just bubbliness.
Good word for Brendan. Bubbly.
Exactly.
Always the life of the party.
Always. 2:30? Okay, you'll be here at 2:30? Okay, cool. Bye, ladies. Hi.
I've been practicing for like the past 45 minutes, so I'm gonna practice on Christy right now.
Yeah.
So
You're gonna be
if you want to
awesome.
record and give them a funny, because I'll probably screw up. An excerpt from President Barack Obama's speech about the Supreme Court ruling on same-sex marriage, Friday, June 26, 2015. Our nation was founded on a bedrock principle that we are all created equal.
Yeah, so Tony's a reader.
And he's a friend from.
Yes, both of we actually both, without knowing Brendan, we were both friends with Tony. Yeah.
They're very sparkly, I heard.
I think last night's were more sparkly, in my opinion. These ones are a little tamer than last night's. These are insane.
my god, they're ridiculous.
They're hand beaded. I feel like I want to try them on because I'll never, ever, ever have a shoe that expensive on my foot again.
I won't even touch them because Jim would probably kill me because there's evidence.
So apparently there's something arriving at 1:30.
Okay.
So cute. So sweet. Look at this one. With you, I am whole, full, alive. You make me laugh. You let me cry. Today is a day when we both know we will never be alone in this crazy world again. I can't put into words how much I love you. I can only try to show you over the next 50 years. Love, Jim. 50. There's like not even a plus or minus. At least 50. Guaranteed 50. That's great. I'll take it. It's a win.
Mask for mask.
Looking good.
Well, you gotta look until you
Pete's doing it too.
Okay.
It's a rare occasion. He usually doesn't let anybody touch my hair. But I've always, since we were little, I would always have him like as my model. And then I'd pose him and then do a little photo shoot.
Where you learn how to match colors, makeup, the whole nine.
It's just nice. We had such great parents and our upbringing. We're all we really had were our relationships with each other. So we were each other's first friends. You know, we grew up together, we played together, we would go on vacations to the beach house in Situate together. So
It's just really like heartwarming when you think about it, because we went from kids that could have potentially had nothing to
Yeah.
having more than everything.
yeah. Well, we were
You
taught
know.
the value of each other and the importance of relationships.
Sports, competition, everything. Just being together, banding together, supporting each other, rallying for each other, whatever it is. There's no limit, you know.
But the best is, all they ever wanted for us was just to be happy, good people. Never any other expectation. Just do your best with what you have.
Yeah, it wasn't like you have to be a doctor, you have to be a lawyer. It was just go out in the world and be creative, have fun, do right by others, and you'd be good to go. You know.
Well done, Connor.
Let's take a picture.
Yes.
Quick, let's take a picture.
Okay. Come on out here, Madam Butterfly.
Yeah, you should do your habits.
She's got a few photos of me again,
Just a couple, yeah.
Picking your nose, picking your teeth, picking your friends.
Oh, his personality and his heart, you can just tell he's just so genuine. And when he talks about his family and how much he just cares about them so much, you can just tell. And that's like a soft spot for me.
I hope you leave it on, don't take it off. So honored to have people like travel so far from, where were you? Bangkok?
Bangkok, yeah.
Like from India to Bangkok to,
Stop it.
yeah,
Crazy.
because we met in Boston. And then from Boston, we all ended up in New York for, 6 years, 8 years, whatever it was. Yeah, a million years. Feels like a lot of city years.
So I have to wear this.
Yeah. Take off the miles.
Yeah. Ooh, this fits good.
Yeah, it
I
does.
just felt.
Would you like something to do? These are the most important photos of the day. I need to sparkle. Yes.
I'll be happy with both this on.
What a crew.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Oh, God. Uh-oh. Maybe I'll have new wedding shoes today. All right, everyone, put on your sunglasses.
Oh my god. Got you.
It's a real Cinderella story.
Sure is.
So we wanted an espressos just to get our stupid coffee pods. And I saw these in the window, and I was like, hold the phone.
Yeah.
What are those?
Fabulous.
And he's like, don't even look at them. He's like, maybe after the wedding. But
Fabulous.
clearly he's been taking notes.
Shopping.
What time? February. Oh, well, you have to go first. Yeah. So we'll stop! It's your own house! Oh my gosh!
And he wrote me a letter for to open in 1 year.
Oh my gosh.
And he case I cried. And then the penis one. Ah, so cute.
Got me instead.
Oh, perfect. As long as somebody can tie a bow tie.
Yeah.
Good? Love it?
Yeah, it's good. Go look. Yay.
Oh.
You're not breathe, I can tell. I was like,
Well, no, I just wanted it on because I know very limited people know how to do it. Yay.
Nice, yeah, yeah. Congrats. The two of them together. I think they're actually like the opposites of each other. Jim's like a little more quiet, a little more subdued, and Brendan's kind of like the take charge one. That's very like, let's do this way, we'll get it done. Jim's like, okay. So it's kind of, I think they balance each other out very well. I think Jim's good because Jim also reels him in a little bit because he can get out there. Gets a little intense.
Got to pick our custom lining, so it has like that little detail. And when Jim's was made, his said Jim Anderson. But then I contacted the person at Brooks Brothers, and he went ahead and made one for Jim that said James A. Coleman. So now his says Coleman instead of Anderson. Hey you guys, we're gonna leave in 2 seconds. All right, I guess it's go time, 2:30. Oh my God, 3 minutes to spare.
Gonna get married, going to the chapel.
Perfect. Oh, you're kissing me. Oh yeah, I know Hannah. Hi, nice to see you.
Welcome, family, friends, and loved ones. Brendan and Jim thank you for your presence here today and now ask for your blessing, encouragement, and lifelong support for their decision to be married.
We are big and vast and diverse, a nation of people with different backgrounds and beliefs, different experiences and stories, but bound by the shared ideal that no matter who you are or what you look like, love is love. What an extraordinary achievement, but what a vindication of the belief that ordinary people can do extraordinary things.
Our wish for you is that you might be brave in times of trial, when others lay crosses upon your shoulders, when mountains must be climbed and chasms must be crossed, when hope can scarce shine through, that every gift God gave you both might grow along with you, and let you both give the gift of joy to all who know you.
Marriage is perhaps the greatest and most challenging adventure of human relationships. No ceremony can create your marriage. Only you can do that through love and patience, through dedication and perseverance, through talking and listening, helping and supporting and believing in each other, through tenderness and laughter, through learning to forgive, learning to appreciate your differences, and by learning to make the important things matter and to let go of the rest. I ask you to remember that love, which is rooted in faith, trust, and acceptance, will be the foundation of an abiding and deepening relationship. No other ties are more tender, no other vows more sacred than those you now assume.
As I say my vows to you today, in front of our friends and family, I not only vow to you, I vow to your parents, Robert and Kathleen Coleman. I vow to your grandmother, Mary Margaret Simmons, one of the most amazing women I've ever met. But most importantly, I vow to you, Brendan Seamus Coleman, to be your faithful husband. I promise to love and care for you, and I will try in every way to be worthy of your love. I will always be honest with you, kind, patient, and forgiving. I vow to love you when the sun shines, when the rain falls, in sickness and in health, through good times and bad. I promise to grow with you and build with you a better life each day as we learn from each other. I vow to be as much of a rock for you as you have been for me. In your eyes, I have found my home. In your heart, I have found my love. In your soul, I have found my mate. These vows I give to you today and all the days of our life.
Wow. All right. So here we are in front of our friends, family, and loved ones, keeping in mind those that have gone before us. All these people have helped us become who we are today. Therefore, it is my honor and privilege to say the following to you in front of them. Jim Anderson, I promise you this. I am not disillusioned that we are about to set out on a journey alone together. Our next chapter, while together, will also include the role of many friends and family who we should lean on for support when times get tough. No matter the unforeseeable events to come, I will always come home to you and continue to foster an environment of love and safety. When you are down, hurt, or feel lost, I will always do my best to make you laugh, smile, or being a comforting presence. As we continue to grow increasingly comfortable together, I will never let us become boring. I will always do my best to surprise you. As hard as it may be at times, I will always communicate with you and ask that you communicate with me. I ask that we continue to work as a team, even when we would rather shield the other person from whatever life may bring us. When we work together, we are at our best. As I said to you the night I asked you to marry me, the best version of myself doesn't exist without you. And I vow to continue working toward the best version of myself with you by my side as my husband. I promise to have faith in us and our future. I hope we can always be present with a heart of gratitude, and I will love you always, with every ounce and fiber of my being, as long as I shall live.
Love is to join and separate, to walk alone and together, to find a laughing freedom that lonely isolation does not permit. It is finally to be able to be who we really are, no longer clinging in childish dependency, nor docilely living separate lives in silence. It is to be perfectly oneself and perfectly joined in permanent commitment to another and to one's inner self. Despite a child's scars or an adult's deepest wounds, they are openly free to be who they really are and always secretly were, in the very core of their being, where true and lasting love can alone abide.
Good love.
We've known Jim for the last 20 years when we met him at UMass. As for family, he's not blood related, but he's definitely my brother. In the last 20 years, I've never seen him as happy as he is today. That has everything to do with the guy sitting next to him. So thank you, Brendan.
We thank you especially for the gift of family, which you have generously shared with us. We thank you for the gift of many friends that you have bestowed upon us. I would ask all to take a few minutes and celebrate each other. First, I would ask that you all introduce yourselves to all those people at your table, especially the ones you do not know. And I ask you to tell these people at your table how you know Jim and Brendan. There are many stories to be told. And dear Lord, please watch over all those people on the dance floor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bob.
I didn't know I was going to be doing this, so I'm nervous. James and Brendan, I have a quick toast for the both of you. And it's a toast to eternal love, health, happiness. And Brendan, I want to welcome you to our family. We welcome you with open arms and open hearts. May all your hopes and dreams come true together. And I love the both of you with all my heart.
Thank you so much, Mom.
The bond that we all have created as members of a large family with so many different individual traits and personalities and interests has made us all appreciate each other that much more. Jim, you are one lucky man to have found a Brendan Coleman, one of the rarest Pokemons to grace this planet. Jim, you are also a very special and unique person. I knew the first night we met and had a wonderful meal together that you were going to be a constant in Brendan's life and mine as well. Your attention to details is one of the things that contributed to your successful relationship with Brendan. Jimmy Anderson, on behalf of all of our family, I welcome you to the Coleman clan. And I will leave you with some words from the legendary Freddie Mercury. Oh, you're the best friends I ever had. I have been with you for such a long time. You're my sunshine, and I want you to know that my feelings really are true. I really love you. Oh, you're my best friend. To Brendan and Jim, 100 years of health, wealth, and happiness.
My heart is filled with so many hopes and dreams for you. When the ceremony is over and all have gone home, then your new journey will begin. I hope you will always remember how happy both of you were with each other today. And may you always bring out the best in each other and honor each other for that special gift. By the power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I now pronounce you husbands. It is my honor to present to all of you for the first time the newly married couple, Brendan and Jim Coleman.
Marry the person you can live with. You marry the person you can't live without. And I don't think it's any more true than it is with this couple. So please, raise your glasses for cheers to this great couple, to Brendan and Jim. Thank you.